And like Luke Egan said, coming up to that high tide around 11:35. So for mine, we've got one natural footer, one goofy footer in the water. It's going to be interesting to see which strategies and which direction of the wave these two girls are going to go. Is it going to be stronger for them on their backside or on their forehand?
All right, well, here goes Sophie Bell to get action underway for the start of day 2, round 2. We had 18 heats, guys and girls, yesterday. And Sophie Bell, well, she would want to forget about her round 1 heat. We'll get back to that later as we see Alyssa Spencer quickly in and out. Yep, so Sophie Bell, she came up against Teresa Bonvalot and Alyssa Locke. Sophie Bell will have gone home. She will have regrouped overnight. Here goes Alyssa Spencer. She put together a really good heat right up until the end when Zoe McDougall came from nowhere in the dying minutes to go from last to first.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's probably put on one of the best waves I've seen all morning. You and I have been sitting on the headland this morning, Binzi, and watching the free surf. There were so many one maneuver waves, but Alyssa Spencer has just put what I'm going to say is going to be a very, very good score on the board. A lot of speed and flow throughout that wave, and she did about 4 or 5 turns all the way down that sandbank.
Run us through this one, Briggers.
Oh man, she just she got into a beautiful open face wall, and what I like now is she did that first open face carve, set her up, and now she's projecting down the line, just keeping that board moving, going forward, momentum always intact there. You know, she is the #1 qualifier from the South African region, so she's no slouch. She just needs a few opportunities, and here she goes.
Well, just the sort of one minor hit on her backhand before she redirected to the right.
And just goes Alyssa Spencer again. She's just managing to finding the waves that are staying a little bit more open. This is going to be the difference today.
Wow. We talked about Alyssa losing to Zoe McDougall's 4-minute heat yesterday. In the first 6 minutes of this heat, it looks like Alyssa might have done something similar, because that's another great wave. And with barely 6 minutes of this heat gone, she's already strung together 2 pretty decent scores. She'll get to really register a decent score. Run us through this one, Briggers.
Yeah, so this was a nice one because she had a bit of bottom to that wave. She was able to do a bottom turn and set up that first major maneuver. She had a bit of time to buy through that middle section. I'd be just going, I'm not going to think about that 9. So you see this one, this is her first wave, I believe. Nice deep bottom turn, and this is 6.5, and she comes all the way around the section. Nice deep bottom turn on that one, and you can see the variety of maneuvers in there. Not one-dimensional at all. She mixed that wave up beautifully.
Winter in California, and life's pretty good over here in Australia right now.
Here we go. This is Alyssa Spencer. A little recap. You know, what I really like about Alyssa is her direction change. You can see she's mixing her maneuvers up. She's not surfing horizontally down the line, which sometimes you have to do in these small left-handers to get the speed, but she's able to maintain her speed even on these smaller inside waves. You can see her board always going back towards the power source, and fast goofy footer now. This is Alyssa.
It's a good-looking wave. What's she going to do with it? Unfortunately, it just closes out. Still plenty of punch.
Yeah, that one really sped off down the bank, but not allowing her to get in front of it, unfortunately for her. She qualified second in the North American region to book her place in the Jeep World Junior Champs here at Kiama. Looking for something.
All right, she's going to engage her backside right now. Picking this one up under priority. Just the one turn. Can she get a little reform through to the inside? No, that's just going to be the one turn for Alyssa Spencer. Don't think that'll go into her top 2.
No, pretty good. Nice to see her on her backhand there as well. Just looking for that opportunity, staying busy like I was saying before. She had a nice little square bottom turn off that one, straight off the top. Nice fluid sort of maneuver, and she will get rewarded for it. It's a 4.33. Like I said, just under her 4.83, which is a second highest scoring wave, should I say. So not going to go into that top 2, but at least she's staying busy under that priority. Sophie Bell still waiting for that opportunity.
Well, this might be a chance for Sophie. She's got a running left here. And the South African looking to get her campaign underway. She's a long way back. First turn to get things going, and then, well, the body language is not good from Sophie this morning.
Yeah, it looks like she's just trying, she's finding it difficult to generate speed on that backhand on those smaller, powerless left-handers. Like I said before, the strategy here on that forehand for Alyssa to find those lefts. When you're facing front side, you can generate a lot more speed a lot easier. And looks like Sophie is just struggling to get any momentum going on those waves. And you can see here, so she takes off. It's a nice little section. She's trying to generate that speed, pumping her board. It flattens out, but she gets a little carve into the pocket, and that's where she digs a rail on the inside.
Let's have a look at what we've seen so far in this one, Brad.
Yeah, Alyssa Spencer has certainly taken a stranglehold of this heat, opening up with a 6.5 and a 4.83. Loving her direction changes on this wave. She's able to maintain her speed and power and flow throughout every section she's ridden here. And she's certainly taken the game straight to Sophie Bell, who's struggling to get ahead in this heat. See Sophie's still trying to find some open face here. This is the one where she managed to do that little carve into the pocket, but just lost all the speed, dug a little inside rail on the bottom turn. Probably was still a bit more opportunity on their wave to get a few more turns in, but as I said, she just lost all her momentum.
She might just use it here. And she's found herself a left. There's a green wall out in front. She wants to turn it into some points. Beautiful crunching first turn to get things going. And again, this is going to be a decent score for Alyssa Spencer.
Oh, my goodness.
And a third big blast to put the icing on the cake. She's just got rid of her 4.83. And I hate to say it for Sophie Bell, but I've got a feeling she might be booking a ticket into Combo Land right now.
I think she's probably topped the 6.5 in that heat on that wave as well. I think that's going to be the highest scoring wave of the heat by far. 3 major maneuvers on that wave, particularly that first turn. And then it looked like I wasn't sure if she was going to get more opportunity, but she banged off 2 other turns on that wave. So I don't think this is going to be a difficult one for the judges. We'll see those scores dropping in shortly. With under 4.5 minutes remaining now, Sophie Bell is going to be in serious trouble.
Well, here goes Sophie. She really needs to, she just needs to look alive and throw everything she has into one of these waves. She can't afford just to be slapping the water like that. There's 4 minutes to go. It's a World Junior Championship. It's really time to dig deep.
This is it over here. It's a 9.50. Square off the bottom. Gets really critical on that turn. Square off the bottom again. That's 2 major maneuvers. And look at this wave opening up for the third. She really went to town on that. Again, lost no speed. Look how deep that bottom turn is, which is critical to setting up this first maneuver. She gets a bit of drift on the fins, but loses no speed. A little double pump to come around this section. And again, bottom turn setting up the wave. Look at the amount of spray she's able to kick off and loses no momentum coming into this last turn. So surfing right to the criteria. Bang. Aggressive surfing, big spray.
Oh, that was just big-time surfing from the Californian. She's surfed a pretty perfect heat, really. Got out the gate strong with that 6.5. Put all sorts of scoreboard pressure on Sophie Bell. Gave her plenty of room. Didn't want to interfere in her competitor's gameplay whatsoever.
Pretty unanimous scoring there too.
In the dying minutes has just gone, you know what, I'm going to come over and have a look at what you do.
This is Sophie Bell now, just trying to find something. Wants to maybe finish strong here. Her campaign in Australia is coming to an end, but she can still finish strong. She can find. We've seen now there are waves out there, Benzie. A 16-point heat total is nothing to sneeze at, and there's waves out there. So Sophie has just got to try to find something, even just for her own mental state coming in after this heat. She doesn't want to pack her bags and go to South Africa with total heat scores of 4.63.
Very start of day 2 here at the Jeep World Junior Championships presented by Destination New South Wales. And what a performance from the young Californian.
Yeah, Sophie Bell sitting there just sort of contemplating what she, may could have done differently. She can't do that obviously on a single wave, so she needs a couple of waves with only a minute to go. And this has been the story of her heat, or both of the heats, in fact, yesterday and today. A lot of just look-ins, take-off and kick-outs.
This is Spencer a mile out in front. She'll sign off on this one. And I don't think she's done yet.
Oh, she's
big turn. She's just putting on a performance right now. And she's going to link this one all the way through to the inside. Just 10 seconds to go. And Alyssa Spencer is going to bring her way into the beach. So it'll be another solid enough score. And as the horn goes, that is job very well done for the California surfer. And here goes Sophie Bell. She's coming in on a right. So unfortunately, Sophie is the first competitor to bow out of the 2017 Jeep Junior World Championship. And we quickly go to a break.